Hello, everybody. So I wrote this out because my brain is like a squirrel with a glitter gun. It's just anyways. So this is something that I'm learning about myself. I don't always feel my depression right away, but my body knows it before my mind catches up. And I will say that I've been in intensive therapy since last March, so probably about 20 plus weeks. I actually graduate from DBT, IOP, aftercare Monday. So I've done DBT, CBT, chronic pain teaches a lot of mindfulness. I recommend it to anybody and everybody. I've gone through the Cleveland Clinic. No, you don't have to live by Cleveland Clinic. They do them virtual. So if you wanted any information, just DM me. I will give you the information because they're giving me my life. They've given me life. That's what it is. That and being on the right medications and the right therapies have just, you'll get there, I promise. But I'll be laughing, feeling happy, and even productive. And then like a little disconnect starts to creep in. I call it the ick. I start to feel in my chest. I feel behind my, like in my brain. It literally feels like it. It's like I'm floating just a little bit outside myself, like nothing seems real at the moment, like it's not, I don't always get the deja vu I used to, and that came with the non-epileptic seizures, but I've been seizure free for over 4 months now, so, but for the longest time I wouldn't have words for that moment, but I recognize it. That's my signal, and that's M, my electric meatball. I call her M. She's short for electric meatball. It's what my brain is. But that's M's way. That's her warning sign of saying, hey, a mood shift is coming. You feel it. So instead of spiraling, what I do, I try to pause and remind myself. I try to bring myself back into center focus and remind myself that I am not my emotions. They're visitors. They're not the whole house. They come and go. The paradox is you can feel joy and sadness at the same time, but you remind yourself you're not your emotions. So now when I feel that floaty disconnect, I ground down and take deep breaths. Try to relax, sit in deep, pretend like I'm sitting in the saddle. Just even like deep breaths, belly breaths. You do that 3 times, Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and let out for 8. And do it 3 times and breathe, Gentle movement. I always say if you're moving, you can't be sad. You're dancing around. Even just noticing the colors around me. Like even after a rain, you really, like I have a huge backyard. And especially when I'm trail riding and stuff. The greenery, the nature is, gosh, it's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful when you get to, you start to listen and hone in and you become present moment. But I listen to my body with curiosity and not fear anymore. I talk to M, and it's a good thing. I watched another video that said, name your brain. So I've always called it, since the FND started, I've always called it my electric meatball, because they go, the little malfunctioning. The circuits are crossed. But I just want to say that living with bipolar 2 depression, living with functional neurologic disorder, it means staying aware. And for me, awareness begins in the body. Now, this is just a piece of my story, but if you feel this too, you're not alone. There's a whole community out there, and that's what I've learned through these IOPs, like we've all come from different backgrounds, but it's a community. We all have an understanding because, you know, I felt so isolated, like I was a stranger visiting. Like I didn't know who I was, and I barely knew the people around me. You know, my emotions always came out as anger because I didn't know. You know? No, I didn't. But listen, it doesn't mean that the joy wasn't real. It just means your body's asking for care. And that's not weakness. That is not weakness, that is wisdom. When you can take your mental health and everything seriously, I mean, it's really one of the best things in life, you know. I've been on the right medication now for over 2 years, and I'm not saying I'm done. I'm not done with the therapies, you know. So it's trial and error with therapists. Give it a few sessions, but you know, and if you don't know, just reach out. I'm here. If you made it this far, I love you. I loved you from the beginning of this video till now and forever. I'll talk soon. Bye-bye.